It's just another manic Monday. Oh, oh, wish it were Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. Come on. Here we go. All right. It's going to be a fun one. And we're off. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now, shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. And in today's build video, I'm going to give you a DPS build that will heal everyone on your team. There's no healing attributes, no healing brand set bonuses, nothing like that. It's just straight DPS that will also heal everyone on your team, including yourself. Heals everyone. So I hope you're interested in that, because here we go. Now sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you think in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's talk about this healer build, shall we? Now it is a healer DPS build through and through. I have a couple blue attributes on here just to make sure I have a tier 6 shield. But besides that, everything is damage based, and all of my bonuses are also damage based. My talent, Headhunter, again, damage based. The only thing that is actually healing myself and everyone on my team is the weapon I'm using, which is pretty dope. This is pretty nice. Now, just like a quick overview, I am using the Dr. Home exotic rifle with the NinjaBike messenger bag and perfect Headhunter. In fact, all the pieces on this build are all exotic and named items. All of them. Every single one. Even my secondary and my sidearm. Everything on this build is either named or exotic. Pretty cool, huh? You can see they're all flashing in, in sequence. Anyways, let's start off at the top, shall we? So, I am using the Technician Specialization. The main reason why is for the +1 skill tier. So you can do this one of two different ways, right? You can run this combination here using the Crusader Shield, which is a tier 6, and then like Jammer Pulse, right? This gets rid of drones, turrets, dogs, Wallybots, the works, med kit boxes, what have you. And it's really good for staggering enemies once they spawn, or maybe they're rushing you, something like that. Or because you are using the Technician Specialization, you could use this one, the Artificer Hive. Now this one just so happens that you can just have it on you. You never have to put it down on the ground or, deploy it anywhere. But as long as you have this skill on you, equipped, every time you use the shield, this hive will automatically work for that shield. It's a weird little, I mean, it's hard to say bug nowadays without 50% of you like rolling your eyes. Another bug. But it kind of is a bug. I mean, it's the only hive in the game that does this. And if I had a booster hive that did this, I mean, it'd be pretty much game over. But even the booster hive you have to put on the ground. So let me show you what I'm talking about really quick. So if you put on the Artificer hive, right, and just keep it on your back, then when you whip out your shield, you see how the hive already immediately hit me? So I'm already under the effects of that Artificer hive, and I never have to deploy it. And you see, it just hit me again. And it does this over and over, and it does not use any of your hive charges, you see? Now, it just does that automatically, which does repair your shield, make it stronger, and basically helps out everything you're doing in the game. So, those are your two combinations that I would say use with this build. Because of that Technician Specialization, it gives you the ability to use this hive, or I would just say use like a Jammer Pulse, or maybe you're trying to pick up other people, you could put on a Reviver hive. Okay. Now that's your specialization. Now let's talk about the weapons, okay? Now the secondary and sidearm, you can use whatever you want. Customize it to your playstyle. For me, I am not using either one of these weapons. So for my secondary, my placeholder is the Slayer. This is the named holiday event item. And then for my sidearm, I am using the backup boomstick, but again, it's just like a placeholder. I'm just setting these in here. It's my default for all my builds. But the star of the show, the whole reason why this video says heal everyone, is because of this weapon right here, the Dr. Home. Now, the Dr. Home exotic rifle was just reworked. I don't know, title update 17, I believe. And let's look at the new rework, shall we? So it shows under the talent Dr. Home, shooting an enemy will apply a mark. Now, this mark will last for 5 seconds. Now, if a marked target is killed, now it doesn't say by you. It doesn't say it has to be by the weapon. It does not say anything of the sort. It just says if it is killed with a mark. So what I'm doing, and I'll show you in the gameplay, is whenever I'm grouped up with random people or what have you, I'll shoot every enemy in that vicinity. That way they all have marks. That way any of those enemies that my allies, my teammates are shooting, that gives me a chance of having the Dr. Home, drop, right? Now, it says that if a marked target is killed, it will drop a 10% repair kit, which will apply to the whole party when picked up. Now, what they did is they made it to where you automatically pick up this 10% armor repair kit. It automatically picks up the second you get the kill. So again, when you see the gameplay, I'll mark the enemies, and when they die, you'll see in the bottom left part of your screen, it just says +1 Dr. Home, +1 Dr. Home, +1 Dr. Home. And everyone's armor is steadily staying up, right? Now, the only problem that I face with this is either you are working on marks, you are working on kills, or you're going to be more of a support build, right? So there's 2 ways of doing this. Either you could go super tanky and then just mark the enemies and make sure, your players, your teammates kill them, and then you just get no kills and just make this like a tanky healer build. Or you do it this way like I'm showing you, where it's going to be DPS because you're mainly going for the kills. And you're still healing everyone for a really good chunk of change. Now, in the gameplay I'm going to show you, I do 4 or 5 just randomly match-made missions, right? I don't show you the entire mission gameplay, whatever. I don't want to bore you to death. But I show you the end of all of those missions. Now, we only had a healer once out of all of those matchmakes. And that one time we had a healer heal for like, I don't know, 100 million or something like that under the amount healed for the, the end of mission details. And with my DPS build and with that healer, I was still able to heal people for upwards of 55 million. So even with a healer on our team, I was still able to heal people and myself for, half of the amount of a normal healer. But at the end of that mission, that healer had like 8 kills or something, and I had like 88 kills. So it was like a big difference, right? You could be a traditional healer or you could be a DPS healer. And this weapon gives you the opportunity to become a DPS healer. Okay, now let's talk about the stats with the Dr. Home. So with the build set up right now, we are sitting at 387.1k total damage. That is at expertise level 13. I'm poor. I don't have enough time to farm these MFing exotics over and 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 over. So I'm going to stop this one at 13. Lucky number 13. Now you can get this one up to expertise 22 if you want, but again, it's going to take you a long time and a lot of exotics. Now, as far as the attributes, everything's maxed out. Rifle, crit hit, and damage targets at a cover. And then, of course, that talent, Dr. Home. Now, for the build itself, right? We are using the NinjaBike. Now, again, that automatically means 50% of you roll your eyes and is like, another NinjaBike. Yeah, I get it, but it's the star of the show for this season. Bugged or not, it's still the new toy that everyone wants to use, including myself. And what's really cool about the NinjaBike messenger bag is I get to do all of these combinations I never would be able to do without the NinjaBike. For example, with this setup right here, just a quick rundown. I'm getting weapon damage from the Y'all gear and health damage. I'm getting weapon damage and armor damage from the Walker Harris with Perfect Headhunter. I'm getting armor damage and weapon handling from the gloves. I'm getting damage to targets out of cover and rifle damage from the knee pads. And I am getting another skill tier weapon damage and an armor core just from my holster. So, in a sense, I'm getting 3 attributes from the NinjaBike, 3 attributes from the Picaros, 1 attribute from the Technician, and then, of course, the other remaining 4. I mean, that's a lot of attributes. What is that? That's 6. That's 11 attributes on this build. I mean, come on. DPS healer build with 11 core attributes. I mean, come on. Anyways, let's look at it, shall we? Starting with the NinjaBike. Now it is bugged right now. You see my bonehead skin, which is still a really cool backpack skin, but this is the NinjaBike, I promise you. Now, what makes this NinjaBike so cool is that it comes with all 3 core attributes. You get weapon damage, armor, and a skill tier. Now, for this one, I have headshot damage for the mod because I am using Perfect Headhunter, right? So, just to give you a quick little, sneak peek for Perfect Headhunter, to get the 1250 for the percentage, you have to be over 150 headshot damage for your build. It says greater than 150. So you have to be over that. You have to be, 150.1, what have you. So for my build, I have it at 160 because I couldn't get to 151 or what have you. The next thing was 160. So we're sitting at 160 headshot damage, which with that Perfect Headhunter gives us that 1250% raise in headshot damage once I proc that Perfect Headhunter. Now, let's talk about the NinjaBike's talent. Now, the talent Resourceful, it slots in and it helps any brand set or gear set with a set bonus. So, whatever brand set or gear set you are running, this will help do a +1 for your set bonuses. For example, this one Y'all is now 2-piece Y'all. This one Walker Harris is now 2-piece Walker Harris. And in fact, a majority of my NinjaBike builds, you'll see 1 piece of something. That way I get both bonuses. Because the best way to run the NinjaBike is with 5 high-end items. Because if you do that, you get 5 more set bonuses. So because of the way I have this build set up, I have 10 set bonuses active in this build. So I have 11 core attributes, but I also have 10 set bonuses active. I mean, that's the NinjaBike is really strong. I think people are too weighed down on those backpack talents, but you really have to understand those backpack talents. They take a condition to be met, right? Vigilance, you're not allowed to take damage. The second you take damage, you don't have vigilance. Well, if that's the case, every time you take damage, this build would hit harder because you won't even have vigilance, right? And then I'll have all my set bonuses. Or Unstoppable Force. You have to get a kill to proc Unstoppable Force. So, I mean, right there, that's another condition you have to meet to get something better, right? And you could keep continuing down that road, but right now with this setup, with this, combination, I think we can all agree this is pretty damn strong. I mean, I have a tier 6 shield, 1.3 million armor, and I have a Dr. Home that is cracking skulls. I think I've hit like a 7 million headshot, 7.2 or something on the firing range. And that's like, I don't know. It's like hybrid builds unite. Anyways, let's do a deep dive into the other pieces of gear now that we have talked about the NinjaBike. Starting off with the mask. So we have the Hollow Man mask. Now, the Hollow Man mask is the named Y'all Gear mask that comes with health damage as an attribute. Now, the Y'all Gear brand set bonuses we get from this build, we have hazard protection at 10%, and then weapon damage at 5%. As far as the attributes, we have max armor for the core and max headshot for the normal attribute. Of course, I have a headshot mod on there because I have to get over 150% to get the most out of my perfect head hunter. Next piece, speaking of which, is Perfect Headhunter, aka the Chain Killer chest piece. Now, Perfect Headhunter will go ahead and skip right to the talent. After killing an enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds will deal an additional 150% of that killing blow. However, it says that your damage is capped to 1250% if your headshot damage is over 150%. So that's why we get up to 160. Sorry, I had to sip my coffee. If you heard that, put down in the comments, coffee time. That way, it's a little inside joke. All right, so for the Chain Killer, this is the named Walker Harris chest piece, right? Well, with the NinjaBike, we get 5% weapon damage and 5% armor damage. As far as the other attributes, we have max weapon damage for the core, max crit chance, and headshot damage with a max headshot damage mod. Again, we are going as high headshot as we can because we have to get over 150% to get that perfect headhunter to its max, capacity. Next up, we have the Picaro's holster. Now, the Picaro's holster is pretty much a given whenever you're running the NinjaBike or the Memento, because the second, well, let me think about that. Probably, I mean, I don't know, because the Memento's bugged now too. I don't even really use the Memento right now. At least with the NinjaBike, you can switch it on and off and make it work. So, okay, we'll talk about the NinjaBike only. So, with the NinjaBike and the Picaros, you're able to get 3 core attributes with both pieces of gear. So, that's already 6 attributes just from 2 pieces of gear. So, that's why we're able to get 10 attributes total on the build. And then, if you're running the Technician specialization, you make 11, right? So, talking about this is the Picaro's holster, the named Brazos de Arcaba's holster. Now, the brand set bonuses we get with that NinjaBike, 10% skill haste and 1 plus skill tier. Now, that's how I get that, 6 tier shield, is that it goes off of armor cores and skill tiers. And because we have so many of both on this build, it's maxed out. Really cool. Now, what's also cool about this holster is it comes with weapon damage as one of your bottom attributes. So what I did is I rolled headshot damage, and then we have that weapon damage for the other attribute. Now, another thing that's cool about this is the Dr. Home is a exotic rifle. And the best part about that is we get to use the Fox's Prairie knee pads to its fullest, potential, because the Overlord Armament brand set bonus gives us 10% rifle damage. Now, we also get accuracy because of the NinjaBike Messenger Bag. And for the attributes, we have max weapon damage for the core, the 8% damage targets at a cover, and then max headshot damage. And then our last piece of gear, the Contractor's Gloves. Now, a lot of people would say not to use this because of the weapon handling and LMG brand set bonuses. But if you test out other options, you will see that you will hit, for less amount of damage. This is still best in slot. That armor damage for the attribute is still the hardest hitting attribute you can use. So by not using it, obviously, you're at a disadvantage. Which, in theory, yeah, you're at a disadvantage if you're not using, if you're using something other than the NinjaBike to utilize a backpack talent. But again, you would have to enable that talent for it to actually work, where the NinjaBike works right out the gate. if you if it's not bugged. Anyways, the contractor's gloves with the NinjaBike gives me 10% weapon handling that I'm using for this build. Now for the attributes, we have max weapon damage for the core, the armor damage of 8%, and then max headshot damage. And that is the build, everyone. We have 1.3 million armor. I have never... have I gone down with this build? I don't think I've gone down with this build yet. And even... it's really funny. So in this gameplay I'm about to show you, in one of the missions, I join District Union Arena at the boss, right? So I join in and they're at the boss and I get like 3 kills or something crazy like that. At the end of that stronghold, I had the most amount healed out of the entire team, and I had 3 kills. It was ridiculous. It just shows the amount that you can heal people, and you're not even a healer build at all. I'm not using survivalist for the outgoing healing. I'm not using any sort of healing attributes or any sort of brand set bonuses or gear set bonuses to help any of that at all. In fact, it's just the Dr. Home. And because they reworked it in such a way, you're able to utilize this even with a DPS build. So, let's finish up with the stats, and then we'll go into that gameplay. Okay, now this is for the Dr. Home. Now we're sitting at 387k weapon damage, 16 crit chance, 62 crit damage, 160 on the headshot. Don't forget about the armor damage and health damage. Now, hold on, 16. Oh yeah, because I had to go all the way up to the headshot 160. That's right, that's right. All right, going to the offensive tab. We're sitting at 108% all weapons damage bonus and 40% rifle damage bonus. So every time we're using the Dr. Home, we're sitting at 148% damage bonus total. For the gear talents, we do have Resourceful from the NinjaBike and Perfect Headhunter from the Chain Killer. We have over 1.3 million armor, over 341k health, with 10% explosive resistance and 20% hazard. Now, 10% of that is from the all gear mask, and the other 10% is due to my watch level. So here is my disclaimer for all my build videos. I am currently at watch level 4,459. That means all these boxes are maxed out 50 of 50. Now, if you are at or above shade level 1000, you'll have the exact same setup I do. All you have to do is copy and paste the build. You'll get the exact same numbers and results. However, if you are below shade level 1000 and you go to copy and paste my build, some of your numbers will not be as high, and that's because some of these boxes will not be maxed out. It's okay. It's still a great build to use. I highly recommend you try it out, but just remember that you'll get the most out of your build once you hit shade level 1000, and that's not really a requirement, just more of a recommendation. But alright everyone, that is it. This is my Dr. Home NinjaBike DPS build that also heals everybody. Now, if you don't believe me, sit back, relax, and enjoy the gameplay. Alright, here we go, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Peace out, and roll that footage. Oh, and if you haven't already, hit that thumbs up. What are you waiting on? Alright, let's go. Die! Oh, nice. I just hit a 3 million. Oh, there we go. Nice. Alright, so this was the tombs on Heroic. Alright, and we were a 4-man group. I joined into this mission about halfway through. Let's see, there we go.
I've got a few ideas.
All right,
Please watch. It's definitely gonna help
850
as well.
million damage. I killed 88 players. And amount healed, I healed everyone for 53.8 million health. Or is that armor? Whatever. You know what I mean. So amount healed just under 54 million. The next best is 5 million. Let's go. And that's with a DPS build. That's stupid. I also have the most damage to the named enemies. Oh man, we're killing it. All right. Let's keep this going. Headshot. Oh, that was not a headshot. Oh, all that's left is the Chunga. I'm coming, Space Pikachu. I'm coming, bro. Headshot. Oh, I'm just gonna no scope right here. I'm right in his face. And you can see all the green popping off from the Dr. Home. It's showing that he's a marked enemy, and as soon as he dies, I get that Dr. Home token, or whatever you want to call it, drop. There we go. Let's see. 1 Dr. Home kit. Alright, let's keep it going. Ooh, this is my door. This is my door. There are many like it, but this door is mine. If I am not here, this is just a door. Oh man, look at this. +1 Dr. Home kit. +1 Dr. Home kit. Nope. +2 Dr. Home kits. Oh, the scope is not. There we go. And I got that headhunter to proc. Alright. Hey, GG's. GG's. Come on.
Yeah, in big,
Bless you.
in the big box to see me or one of each at least.
The Black Tusk are
Test.
smarter and more ambitious.
See which one's
Your
what.
actions here prevented
Yeah.
a major war crime. I'm sure of it.
Alright, let's see.
Agent down.
Yo, I got the most damage and the most kills in this one. Dang. Highest kill streak, most headshots. Oh, we had a healer, though. That's right. He's at 120 million. Okay. All right, Mr. Healer. I see you. I see you. Hey, man. Helped out. And, wow. All right. Let's keep it going. Nice. Oh, man. I just joined this stronghold. And it's over. I just joined and it's over. That's hilarious. I think I've been in here like 2 minutes. Oh, man. Alright, let's see. Yeah, I got 3 kills. Yo, but I have the most amount healed. I healed them for the most out of anyone in the game with 3 kills. Oh my god. How? That's hilarious. Yo, DPS healer on deck. Die! I will kill you all! Oh, these shield guys. Oh, there we go. Got him. 1.5 million through that shield. Alright. Not bad, guys. Not bad. GG's. What was that? Bank headquarters on Heroic. So far, we've done everything on Heroic today. Let's see here. Bank headquarters. I have 400 million and 46 kills. Amount healed 40 million. And the most headshots. Nice. GG's, guys. GG's. I'm liking these damage numbers and healing numbers. I'm really enjoying this. It's making it pretty smooth. I'm not the best at shooting rifles or, using scoped in weapons in the Division. I just don't prefer it. I feel like you have like tunnel vision and you can't see like around you. I would rather, just have the typical ADS. But this is a lot of fun. I am going to admit that getting those heals and seeing those Dr. Home kits drop is a lot of fun. And I'm using this in a way that you can still get kills. You can still, you're not going to get one tapped. You still have 1.3 million armor. But if you start chain killing those headshots, It's amazing. I mean, it's amazing. All right, let's get out of here, shall we? DPS healer. Crazy. Crazy.